whole playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You won't see me in your nightmares, son. You won't see me in your nightmares.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Right down 80.
Yeah, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
It's a part of that. He's crazy. Tackle.
Alert.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now left side on the swing pass. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Bend it.
To the air, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
54. Check. Block 54. Block. Let's go. Keep ready. Man up, D. Check 9.
Alert.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Yellow.
Mike 52.
Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And some room to run now. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Keep it up, guys. Switch.
Now a give right side. Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Alert!
Here's Allen to throw it. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check nickel.
Hey, color. Yellow. First time.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go, D.
Attack, attack! Attack!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is brought in at the 21. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
54, Mike, 54. Get in the way.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Let's go.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, hold. Attack!
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
56.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Allen going to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. Giants. Saquon Barkley, 82 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On 2nd and 12, Allen into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Yellow. Come on, 80. You don't want none.
5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got a man, Slayton. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is taken at his 4. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
We want it. Come to my world.
Allen off the play fake. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 40, 30, past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Shit.
They'll try the left side. Moses. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Pull it high. 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
From the 17, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field. And he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Regular. 57. Mike, 57.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Let's go, boys.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Allen. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Get him! Get him! I got motion. I got motion. 54 is Mike. Get in team. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get. Watch the twist. Switch.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's our field. It's our field.
Throwing on second down. Allen. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Allen now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check 26, check 26.
Monday.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Middle. We go. We go.
From the 44, Allen. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
5. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Young came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch block, motion, block. Right there, 54, right?
Alert!
54, Mike. Watch the screen.
Pass.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. I got it. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Attack!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to rifle one deep left. And got his man complete. The 30, 20, 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there. 89 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That's complete to Slayton. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Yellow. I'll go Artie.
Watch right. We got right. I got you, boy.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Right there.
Round 80.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Danny.
Monday.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike.
Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
Christian Travis. Alert!
Mike 54. Here we go, D. Here I come. Right there. 54. Right there.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Hey, home.
I got it. Check.
Go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to take this one back. To the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Let's go, D.
Hey, Sunday.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mike
54.
Middle.
Now this time, Allen will throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run the counter. It's Gibson.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
Mike 50.
Hey, tight.
54.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Allen to throw on third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Show it.
Hey, home. Hey, Alpha.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Allen going to go on fourth down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Rush 0-15. Rush in.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught at the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On second and 11 now. Allen, blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Mike. 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.